Hey folks, aloha! It's the mysterious JG.
And I'm Zerfall.
We wanted to kind of come back from that big cliffhanger. You know, I as much as it tickles me at the time, every so often I'll watch an old series of ours, and I won't even know what we're talking about. So we were trying to remember what happened last week, and he'd make a big deal of it. I just hound Zerfall about every stupid little thing, and he's like, I think we should watch the last few seconds of the last video. I think we set up a cliffhanger, and the cliffhanger was me saying aloha.
I mean, that's a bit of a cliffhanger.
So it's like, it's not like he had this manic insistence, like, oh my god, there was this massive cliffhanger. We've got to go figure out what it was. Everyone will be so disappointed. He just said, I think we might have done like a silly cliffhanger ending. And then when we didn't, I was like, never letting this go. This error that you have made will live forever. Speaking of living forever, I have no segue. So we are in a town of some place or other.
Yep.
But we can probably...
Bolt's got sick on the ship.
Yeah, Bolt's... That's true. The game warned us to... the Jap Zone warned us to bring Bolts because of the incredible hilarity of him getting sick. And in fairness, I think what they said is nothing really happens. Well, I mean, unless you have Bolts in your party. Which isn't exactly setting up this massively fantastic thing. It just... I guess there's no story event at all, unless you have Bolts.
Yeah, you just get to see the...
I'm looking like
ship move.
Every button on this freaking keyboard, I cannot figure out where the map was. Maybe you can't pull it up when you're in town. Anyway, the story right now seems to be... Well, you did have the fact out. We were doing something specific, but the freaking clown guy's back. And you're going to be in trouble.
He's on the other side of town here. He's not letting anybody join his town. Oh, we just got the stick back!
We got the stick back?
We got that stick. The,
boomstick?
The stick that turns people into pigs.
Oh, okay.
But the important part about that is that it also unturns people from pigs.
Yeah, that's probably going to be more useful to us.
At some point, we're going to do we'll have to do a world tour where we go around and find pigs and turn them back into people.
Or find pigs that were always pigs and just turn them into people for the first time.
Yes.
I think it would be cool
if that happened. My brethren, why would you turn me into one of your kind?
I think it would be cool if you just turned a pig. Because there are, natural-born pigs out there in the world. If you find one and turn it to a person, it just turns into a person who has no idea how to speak. They're just, looking at you and, kind of scared. And
they just scream and run.
Yeah, they drop down on all... they try to run, but they have to fall down on all fours because they're not really sure how to get the bipedal running to work. Fast village,
There's something close to that, but not quite in... Tecmo Secret of the Stars, when you turn the people back from being dogs. Somebody's like, hey, I used to be a dog.
and the great thing is, it being Tecmo Secret of the Stars, you're not sure if it's an intentional joke or if it's just confused. Is the joke, this is a person who was turned into a dog who is saying, I liked being a dog? Or was this a dog who'd always been a dog being turned into a person? The translation is such that you cannot know what the intention was. Fice Village? Yep, that was the home of the Dragon Knights. Leave town and walk northeast. To find Fike Village, or are you just telling us to leave town and go northeast? Crimson Ruby. Oh, nice. Well, we got some great sounds of the sea.
Ice Village? Demons keep attacking the place. Not much left, I hear.
The way I heard it.
Oh, what treasures are you looking for from this place?
Oh, it's a message from... No, man, I can't remember her name now. The Rococo reporter? Yeah. Reward for the memory plate to collect. Bring the treasure to King Graham. Oh, it's Mint, the Rococo reporter.
Yes. And now you know the inspiration for the voice for Koopy.
Oh, is that it? I did not realize. Well, the inspiration for the voice, I guess Koopy is inspired by Mint. Mint was inspired by a character from, I guess Liquid Television used to have this sketch where you'd have Dear Mom, and it'd be letters from some guy to his mother, and he'd talk like this, and there were often something very dark and bad going on in his life, but he would open every letter by saying, Dear Mum, that ghost ship is more like a metal fish that's eating all of our quarry in the sea.
Oh, right, that's what's going on.
Till someone solves the problem and I can fish again, I might as well just sit here. Well, I don't know why you'd be telling us about the problem. I don't know. Yes, I don't know why you'd be telling us about the problem, so I'm going to do anything. Is the Avatar supposed to be wearing like a football helmet, or like
it's got little
horns on it,
antennae on it, or something?
Is it like he's Commander Spiff spaceman helmet, or?
Yeah. Matter of fact, demons have attacked Feist twice.
Tonight, the town's so Feist they attacked it twice. You know, it's a pretty empty bar considering it's a fishing village where people can't fish.
Yeah.
Welcome, one night in Bangkok, etc., etc. Don't try the impossible, which is getting me to lower the rates to my rooms. See, he seems to have like his whole setup over here for like taking reservations and stuff. Yep. Same time, I guess he doesn't really have to keep track of multiple rooms in this inn.
Is there an extra door at the back of the inn there?
It kind of looks like it, doesn't there? But it's like elevated.
Elevated.
Yeah.
Odd.
He has a ladder. He doesn't actually stand in the inn watching you sleep as it appears. He has his own room.
He just the loft.
He climbs up to it at night when it's time to sleep. More opportunities to spend money.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing of interest in this town, outside of a stamp card, is a ice jade and a crimson ruby. It'd be a real kick in the balls if there was like just a bunch of stuff that was better for Avad here after you.
Yeah, we already spent a lot of money. I'm wondering if
We also changed to this party specifically for the cutscene, and then
yeah, I don't know if we're even sticking with them. That's a good point. I guess we can come back here if the combat is going abysmally bad, but same time, it's also like, buy shit with money, that's why it's in the game. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We will, we'll make sure everyone's wearing their best gear before I start dropping more money. Oh, he's got the Liger Blade.
Is the Liger Blade specifically for him and extra good for some reason?
I'm not sure, because I just, as soon as I saw it switch everything, I started to second guess this decision.
Oh, no, that's quite a much lower attack.
Yeah, apparently...
He's not been in the party for a while, so I mean...
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Now let's try getting rid of this Ice Blade and finding what's the best available boomerang. Yeah, Metal Boomerang, we already have one, because I was about to buy one.
Metal Boomerang isn't better? Wow.
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 Okay, I think I was getting ready to buy a bunch of shit that maybe was already available in the last town. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll keep this party for a while. I like having Rumelia around and Wolfman in the party, because they're always the chance that they'll have special dialogue. And Ernie we were keeping around because it's just handy to have him when you run into one of those urns.
Yep.
Well, Wizard Hat is better.
A Wizard Hat? One of them?
A Wizard's Hat has a knob at the end. And the magic breasts.
Oh, magical.
Says we already own 2.
Hmm.
Well, though.
But that doesn't necessarily mean they're not equipped on somebody else.
That's what I mean. They're equipped on somebody else. So
No.
I could
That's
remove
how
it
they
from
get you.
I could remove it from people who aren't in the party, or I could just be like, fuck it. We need to own. Like at some point, they will no longer be the best item available. But that doesn't mean I want to have 4 town back armor on people that I haven't used in a while. Again, it's like I'm trying to teach myself this. It has come up as I let's play, and people are in the comments pointing out when I'm just being stupid about not wanting to spend resources. They're there to be used. You get to the end of the game and have with a couple of exceptions, like fighting Evil Lord Darkness Hammond Crews, where you need to have saved the entire game's worth of moon drops. Most of the time, it doesn't make sense to just never ever spend any resources ever.
Well, and you can't take it with you.
Yeah. I mean, unless there's
not. Yeah, like
Plus.
I said, there's not a lot going on in this town.
Okay.
Outside of the.
Do you think those sailors from Marnella will ever capture that spooky ghost ship? Do you think I will ever win the love of a vagabond sailor?
I'm a vagabond sailor. Did we get the scamp card for this place already?
I think we did. There's an easy way to tell. Port Siva, yep.
Perfect. Timing.
Sometimes I will overthink things in video games and go off, and my mind will go off in weird directions. I always wondered shouldn't, and it was while watching Bobo play through as the explorer guy, who really has a fairly boring story but has to go to a lot of places, which can be fun. Those supply ports where there's literally nothing, it's just a building. I do wonder couldn't, if you really get in trouble, couldn't you just stop off and work there as a local for a couple of months to gain some money?
Well, that's the thing, is that when you work there, you just get paid in food and board and rum.
Yeah. You owe your soul to the company store, as they say. Well, maybe you don't say that, but I do.
Well, they do.
They do.
They say that.
Oh, let's buy some panaceas. What the hell? Let's just never use magic again. We haven't really had that many problems with this. Suddenly I just feel like spending money. I guess my thought is, if we have 60-some panaceas, and we don't really use them very much, then I just bought all the panaceas we'll ever buy, and we were able to afford it.
Oh, there's a new house coming up soon. Who knows who's going to live here?
Somebody very small who doesn't require a lot of space for possessions.
Well, once they build it, it gets bigger on the inside.
Oh, so Doctor Who will be here. Is this the same bar or a different bar? This is
the same bar.
The same bar, okay. I was like, maybe the reason this bar is so empty is because there's a hip happening bar across town.
You're in the crappy bar.
Hey, buddy, you're in the men's room. Oh, now what kind of house are you going to build there? And how are you going to get to it? Siba, fishing town in the Colorado's far southern coast. Oh, that's right. I kind of forgot we came in here from this direction.
From the up arrow direction?
Oh!
Oh my.
Shit's getting real now, son.
Megalo King, Mush King, Phantom Queen. Why is there so many kings and queens in my court?
I can't believe you stopped
All
where
of
you
them
stopped.
failed me.
You stopped where you stopped. Because when you stopped, I could have sworn you were going to say, Megalo King, Mush King, Phantom Queen. Gabe? Why is my fourth
Frog?
thing in Gabe?
Well, he hadn't grown up all the way yet, so he didn't get a chance to become a king.
Prince Gabe.
Gabe's egg didn't develop properly. He arrived mentally stunted and went awry.
Oh man, Gabe's egg got dropped before it hatched. Oh, one of us has to do. I was Phantom Queen. Do you have a sexy lady voice for us?
Well, maybe I was wrong to entrust these vital missions to those quote-unquote generals.
We have the best generals, but I told them what to do. It's all my plan. Kaiser Blue. I am anxious to solve these problems for you, Lord Goof, woof, woof, woof. You should have sent me in the first place, and we wouldn't be in this fix. Now I must go and clean up everyone's messes, right? Goof, woof, woof, wah, ah, ah, ah. Oh, and by the way, I would just like to point out, Kaiser is German for king, so I am in fact entirely consistent with the naming convention of everyone other than Gabe.
Now, here's the thing, though, is that like he's actually 100% right about if they had just sent him in the first place, because the first time we fought Megalo King, we could barely handle him. This guy's going to be so many levels higher.
Yeah.
But we've had a chance to level up now.
No, they're right.
We've been resting in back to tanks and everything.
It's like if Chaos had only had the first shrine guarded by Tiamat instead of Lich, we would have been fucked. Anyway. Or if Lich had been like Temple of Fiends Lich. Hello, that may help you out, right? If I don't know why I came here, we know what is happening, and it is nothing that we care about, so. Yeah, there's really no reason for me to be in here. Never mind. Let's move on.
It's just impressive that our ship
Hold on a
somehow ended
second.
up outside this town, despite the fact that we have never been to this continent before.
So, is there like a little face there, kind of looking off towards screen
It looks
right?
like it's, yeah, kind of looking to the right.
Yeah, okay.
Apparently, if we had Poyon around here, we could learn flatulence if you fight a hippo.
Well, you see? We can make that happen. Matter of fact, this is, as a kid, this is how I would always do it.
I've got some bad news, too.
Oh, bad news?
Yeah, well, yeah, while we're in here. Apparently, the other note is the next town we're going to will have a Ernie summon, like, right away.
Hmm.
We can always come back to it.
Yeah, let's come back to it. Let's keep Rumi. But no, what I was going to say is, when I was a kid, like, I didn't really... Particularly because I grew up on Final Fantasy I, which had a weird magic system that did not make it easy to just use magic for anything other than, I know I need magic for this fight. Like, you wouldn't just casually use magic.
Yeah, it was more like a Dungeons and Dragons style, so
Yeah.
many per day thing.
And for that reason, like, even later RPGs, I would, like, unless I was fighting a boss, I'd want the magic user to just be, like, doing ineffective melee. So, like, if I had a choice in the matter, I would almost always have a party that was, like, 3 to 4 melee guys. So this is very much the type of party I would have had in an RPG back in the day. Like, one
Your mage
healer.
would probably have been a red mage anyway, so he could still swing a sword.
Nah, I would go white mage, but Mega Axe, Magic Man. Look at all this cool shit he's got equipped. We need to bring him back in the party just because we probably spent a bunch of money on shit for him before we kicked him out. Alright, let's keep an eye out for this hippo, because if we find it, I'm immediately going to go back and replace Poyon. Queen Boa. Man, King Tiger. No, it's just...
Queen Bow is like a real crappy version of Queen Beryl or something.
660 hit points taken there. And it turns out she has 666, so we almost finished her off.
Busted.
And she got killed by our crappy Sailor Moon, too.
They used Bar King.
Oh, I approve. That's great. Bar King. He used his famous Gabe attack. I guess this is the direction we were told to walk in. There's no other direction we can go.
Yeah, it's pretty much followed around.
Man, these guys aren't hippopotamuses at all.
What are you talking about? Oh, I guess they don't really look too much like hippos. They have 2 horns.
They're
Not
too
no
horny.
horns.
Oh, I was really hoping her ice attack would hit to make that worth the effort.
That's why we were at Poyo.
Yeah.
Poyon. Poyo. What's up, Poyo?
Alright, Poyo. Father, I've killed the man, Father. But I'll have to talk to you about that later. Sorry. Ooh, delicious Slurpees. Now, I was gonna guess, oh, they're probably like super strong against physical. Nah.
No, they just heal each other. It's weird too, because they're like not really slimes; they're more like sheet ghosts.
Yeah, but they're green sheet. I think they were white sheet ghosts, but then they said I don't know and got slimed. Aries here now. Is it worth it? Nope, not at all worth having this equipped.
Well, against these particular
enemies. These particular guys, yes. I don't know why I'm just now remembering. Oh yeah, I have like special skills I should be using to like hit all enemies and stuff. I'm glad it didn't fire off the magic that time. It just would have been wasting frames. Save the animals, spare the frames. Alright. No particular reason to switch anything around after that.
Oh, a cave.
I would imagine we're supposed to be going to this cave. I don't really remember a whole lot of story guidance now. I mean, I guess there's a shell down here, maybe? Tell you what isn't down here is a bunch of hippos.
Brachiosaurus. I mean, who knows? Maybe the Brachiosauruses were called hippos in this other earlier translation this guy used. And someone was like, wait a minute, look at those necks! It's not a hippo.
It's my wife!
It's like a Pokemon.
Here we go. Come on. Yeah! Respectable damage for a mage.
Whoa, it's not... It's animatronics!
The Robosaur, dude!
Jurassic World.
What the hell, man? Let's get a little ice damage, or not.
I'm curious how many of these monsters are actually just roboticized creatures.
Well, we've killed a bunch of other monsters around here, and unless they do a better job, they just do a better job of holding their robotness together.
They used more glue on the skin, you know? So
yeah.
Just...
If you people are here to destroy fire, someone has already beaten you to it.
Dang, that's why we were here.
Someone really mad must have destroyed fire. We were attacked by demons twice. First, this maniac named Doan destroyed the Drago birds. The second marauder was a metal monster from the Iron Fish. Some call it Ghost Ship.
Oh, ship managed to come up onto land and destroy this place?
Starring Juliana Margulies. That cursed one actually spoke Sheldoradan, calling itself Kaiser Blue. And when I say it spoke Sheldoradan, I mean it did so, but with a heavy German accent. Then it stormed Drago Summit and tore up a lot of sacred ground in the process. Said it needed Laven's realm. The legendary Aura Stone has been stolen by the forces of evil, so all is lost.
It's not that lost. I mean, we have 4 out of 6 of the Aura Stones.
What about your dog? Does it have an eye patch, or am I crazy? No, it just has a spot on its back that is not an eye patch at all. It's named Turbo.
That's a back patch. Whimper. Oh, he's really buff from behind.
Oh man, take a look at that caboose.
I'm looking more at his shoulders, but...
That demon from the sea that calls itself Kaiser Blue is bound to attack poor Sheba. If you're here to help, then talk to the other old survivors around what's left of our town. Unfortunately, we can't do much more than tell you what we know, but Let's hope it doesn't stop these demons and Sheldorado is doomed. Alright, old man. You guys had the largest town ever, though, before it got destroyed. We got some fairy rooks.
Fairy rooks. There's 2 of those in this town.
I used to know why RX is the symbol for prescription, like it's Greek or something, but I do not know. So I'm content to call it a fairy rooks. Now it's time for Zerfall to bust out his old man voice.
At the summit of Mount Draco, no longer do we hear the plaintive cries of the Draco bird.
Okay, we got a lot less to say.
Hopefully that helps you destroy the ghost ship.
Anyway, my cat sure is buff. Check it out. Look at its shoulders.
I mean, when they look up, they're, for some reason, their heads are larger and stuff. Like the perspective is wrong.
Or the head is farther away, but they don't account for it properly. Oh, is this where the Ernie urn is?
No, this does not look like an Ernie urn.
It
doesn't. You received a Thunder Guard.
And an Ice Jade. But it's this town where we're going to find an Ernie urn.
Yes.
Oh, well, fuck. Dragon Knights are powerless without Drago Bird, no longer may anyone soar in the skies. Therefore, nowhere on Sheldorado was any means of reaching the floating continent. That evil Doan came here and killed all but one Drago Bird. Dragon Knight Luke escaped. He's gonna train up Drago Knight Ben, but Drago Knight Ben will betray him and become Drago Knight Kylo Ren. No one knows if he found anyone to help us. Word of Luke's fate never reached us. I'm glad Poyon is the one who has to take on, like, serious exposition duties. I'm sure if you have all 3 of the Shell Monsters, he is, like, the lowest priority to get this dialogue.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you that you didn't make it. Now, for a strange comment about food.
I didn't realize Poyon would have half of the dialogue when I took this character.
So with Luke dead, the last of the Dragon Knights are gone. We wanted to help your village, but it took us a long time to get here. For one thing, JG and Zerfa all get together once a week to record, and they usually only do like 2 videos a week. I'm sorry all of those, but now I'm hungry.
I can tell that all of you have been through some very rough times, too. Look at your faces. I want you to know we're all grateful for your efforts, and we do have a favor to ask. The demons have stolen our Aura Stone from Mount Draco. I hope you can take it back. The only known survivors here are other elderly persons such as I.
It's kind of strange, but...
I'm trying to figure this out. Is this like... Were there a bunch of young people here that all got killed and they left the old people, or was it already kind of like the village of old people?
I think that it's supposed to be that, like, only the old people survived.
Oh, I'm checking these again. I'm sure I checked them the first time. Well, folks, maybe next time we'll find out whether or not non-old people used to live here. Or maybe we'll never know.
A cliffhanger.
A cliffhanger, which will be resolved next time. Aloha!
Bye.